Hi Adrian, thanks for joining us today for a bit of a chat for our In Conversation With series for Southwest Mutual. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself first?
Of course, pleasure to be with you. So I work for Southwest Mutual. I'm currently the head of membership and engagement. I've been at Southwest Mutual for 16 months now.
Nice,
My
cool.
role kind of is about we are a member focused business, or will be if we're granted a license. So it's just thinking all things customer or member,
Mhm.
and also thinking about ways that we can engage with our future customers now ahead of getting that license.
Nice, exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So we've got three questions today.
Okay.
First one is, what's it like working within the community banking movement right now at this moment? So we're currently post-COVID peak in the UK, but still mid-pandemic.
Yeah, so I guess it's meant that we've needed to change our plans somewhat. So when the kind of lockdown happened, some of us were furloughed. But I think what that enabled us to do was really to rethink some of our plans and think about how a regional bank needed to adapt and our offering. So what we're doing at the moment is creating customer personas. We're creating a plan of how we will operate if we're granted a license within the Southwest. So it gave us that time really to step back and think, were the plans that we originally thought pre-pandemic the right plans moving forward? And I think some of those things that we've learned have been that getting access to funds for small businesses, sole traders, has been a big topic for discussion, and how readily available that's been. And I think one of the things that we're trying to lean into is that relationship banking, and really getting to know those people that either make the decisions for you to borrow money or to provide services, that you know who they are and they understand you. I think the Southwest being as it is, it's unique. There's lots of in every part of the country there are particular groups of traders that need specific advice. So I think it's enabled us to really understand the power, I guess, of having that relationship with your finance provider. But also things like branches, because it's something that we've said that absolutely we want to provide, but thinking about how we can make those really fit for purpose, where particularly the high street is changing. I know that we've talked about this before, but it's where we know that things locally are changing. We'll want to make sure that our branch offering is fit not only for now or in 2 years' time when hopefully we launch, but also in 5 and 10 years' time, and taking account of things like pandemics, which I'm sure will happen in the future as well.
Absolutely. Cool, that's great. Thank you. So our second question is completely different. What does internal culture mean at Southwest Mutual?
So this is, something that I'm really passionate about. I guess that's why we've asked this question. But I think what's really important, I've been fortunate enough to be, writing the people and culture plan for Southwest Mutual's business plan to the regulators. And I think, having worked in businesses, I think what's really important is the culture that you portray or talk about externally needs to be really happening and live internally. I'm a great believer that if you have staff and colleagues that feel really engaged and really part of what you do every day, then no surprise, you're going to deliver a better quality output, whatever type of business that you're in. But for us, thinking about customers or members, we know that if we've got people that feel supported, included in decision making, that we care about them, that they are important, and that we reward them financially in an appropriate way, that's going to be a great thing. So I think that has to start and we're a startup business right from day one. So it's fine saying that you do those things and then not delivering them. But in a small team, there's just 6 of us operationally, and we have 5 board members, is thinking about how we create that culture internally from day one, and making sure that what we've written down on a piece of paper is a business plan about how we operate, the things that we will do and won't do, are right from day one. Because the moment you don't get those things right and you don't challenge each other to stick to what those values and beliefs are, then you have a problem. And as the business grows and we bring in new people into the business, if you haven't made sure that you stick to the plan, then all you do is water down those values and beliefs. And then externally, your customers start to question, well, actually, you said these are the things that are important, but we can see over here. And I think we see that time and time again in really large businesses, where what you set out to do and what you actually do day to day and what your people and your customers see are completely different. So for me, that internal culture that you create from day one is imperative for the future of the business.
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely feel like that. So I've been working alongside you guys for about a year now.
You have?
Yeah, and so yeah, I really get that. I get that feeling whenever I'm working with you.
I think trust is something that, you know, we talk a lot about in our plans for this business, about trying to create trust with our customers so that they believe that we'll do the right thing for them. And if you don't do that with each other day to day, then it starts to fall down straight away, including, you know, working with people like yourself externally, is creating that from day one.
Yeah. Great. Thank you. And our third question is, what are South West Mutual's aims regarding diversity and equality?
So, I think this is something that we've already had to face, challenge around, particularly our gender balance in our board and our operational team. And we are very small, which means that, you know, the numbers of people involved are tiny. But when you look at it, you go to our website, and, you know, we were challenged about the kind of white male dominance within the team. It's something that, you know, we are very conscious of, but it's fine being conscious of it. And I think we're all aware that companies are very open about saying, you know, we need to get the balance of our business right with our people, whether that be gender, whether that be, you know, the BAME population of senior executives. So we have to plan to proactively do something about that. So I think when you have a startup business, generally what happens is, you know, people have conversations, and then like-minded people are joining together, which is great. But you could then have the challenge of not having a diverse group, because you've got like-minded, like people who are doing similar roles joining to work together. So one of the things that we've written in the people and culture plan is making sure that from day one, when we are recruiting further, we need to make sure that we are positively making sure that our adverts are encouraging the right people to come and talk to us, and us proactively doing something about diversity and inclusion. And I think naturally we kind of think that diversity and inclusion is just about very visual or very specific differences. So whether that be gender, whether that be ethnicity, whether it be age, but actually it's about diversity of thought. And I think when we're starting up a business and it's predominantly about financial services, you will get experience from people who've done similar types of things. I think for us to be a really fresh and modern approach to how we deliver financial services is making sure that we bring people in who haven't necessarily come from those backgrounds. My previous experience says that some of my best frontline people who deal with customers have not worked in banks before. They have a great retail attitude to customer focus, and therefore they bring that kind of fresh and different ideas from different businesses to make sure that we deliver the most. So I think whilst there's some very evident, when we talk about diversity and inclusion, we naturally go to certain spaces to have a discussion, we also need to think about the diversity of thought of our people to make sure that we maximize what we can for both our customers and the type of environment that we create for our employees.
Absolutely. Oh, great. Well, thank you so much, Adrian, for joining us today, for in conversation with. I hope all of our viewers have learned something today about what Southwest Mutual stands for in terms of internal culture, diversity and inclusion. And of course, as usual, if you have any questions, you can let us know on social media, and our newsletter sign up will be in the bio below. Thanks.
Thanks, Bets.